Sirui K-20X tripod head. We're going to talk about this today. Are we ready? Okay, let's go. Hello, or ni hao. I'm coming to you from Dalian, China, and I can't say the name of the province because it's Lanling or Langling, something like that. My Chinese is super horrible. I will tell you my most famous Chinese word is Qingdao or Bing Ping Qingdao. I said that wrong. Bing Qingdao or Pizhou. Bing Pizhou Qingdao. In other words, cold beer Qingdao. And how hard is Chinese to speak? Well, you see how this is spelled? It says Qingdao. All right. Very good beer though. So if you're ever in a Chinese store and you have this beer, get it. Just say Bing, Bing, meaning cold. All right. But that's beyond that. Beyond what we're here to talk about. My last video we talked about the Sirui monopods, the two monopods that I reviewed. And no, I don't get any money from Sirui. They don't give me any free equipment. If they want to, please send me something. I'll review it. All right. I said that last video we were going to talk about the Sirui head. All right, the tripod head for their monopods. You can get this. I mean, it comes on and off. It's very easy. And we're going to review it, but we're going to compare it to a similar style tripod head and why I like this one most often. I do still use this and I like it, but there's a different complete reason. We're not going to compare apples to apples as far as brand makers because unfortunately I don't have the Sirui small teeny tiny version. This is a Benro and I like it. It has its uses, but for my most purposes it doesn't. So let's get right into it. All right, the Sirui tripod head. All right, things that I do love about this thing. Well, first let's say the one thing I don't like. It's heavy. Right? You're carrying around a lot of gear all day long, and often I'm climbing up and down a mountain to get better views of Dalian. And you know, monopod is heavy, the camera is heavy, camera bag is heavy, lighting is heavy. I don't have a camera crew. I'm a photographer that works by myself, at least for now. Who knows what holds in the future. All right, main key features I like. First of all, it has a adjustable tension knob for swivel. All right, just swivel. That's the only thing this does. So now if I'm on my Benro, I'm sorry, if I'm on my Sirui monopod, the top of the monopod itself swivels, so I almost never use this. But on my tripod, the head doesn't swivel. You know, they have this little locking channel in it, so it doesn't swivel. And if you might get what, 1 centimeter, 1/4 inch movement out of it, what have you, right? So that one just helps with panning. Right? If you're making a video, if you're trying to get a good panoramic shot, something like that, that's when that panning is going to come in handy. Then it has this adjustment knob here. This one is for tilt. Right? And I have locked it down again. My favorite part of this. Right? For tilt. Right? Now, it has the third adjustment knob you just saw me use, which is this little silver one here. This will lock it down so that when you unscrew it, it's going to be much tougher to move around, right? So you can, set that prior to using it. Turn it this way. The more you turn it, the looser it gets. So you can set a desired basic tension if you don't want it locked completely down, but you don't want it to move. So now I can adjust it. All right, so that has its merits. Sometimes you want it completely free, so where you can just, if you're bird watching, you want that bad boy to move, unlock it all the way, so you've got fast action, and you're only using that tripod for stability. Sometimes you want it to not move. You're taking pictures, time lapse. You're taking, fireworks, something, sky shots, what have you. I've never done astrophotography. I have tried to photograph the moon. I do, yeah, you know, I've got a couple okay pictures. Nothing I would try to sell anyone, but you put it on my Facebook, that's okay. All right, but now we'll show the difference between this one and this one. All right, we'll take my Nikon off of here. And no, I'm not a Nikon fanboy. I have a Nikon, but I'm shooting my video with a Sony. I'm actually a Sony fanboy, but I'm angry with them right now. And the reason I'm angry with them is not because of their equipment, for it's their customer service. My Sony camera broke on me, a problem that some other people have had. The same problem happened with several of their models. Is something happened, the computer board inside fried. It was covered under warranty, which was no problem. I was happy with that. They didn't try to charge me any money, but they told me it would take me 2 weeks to get my camera back, and it took nearly 3 months. So I went out and bought the Nikon. After I get tired of waiting for 3 months for my camera. 2 days later, my Sony comes back. Right? Nikon, it's a good camera, but it's not my favorite camera. I like Sony. I want the Sony A7 IV Mark II. I want the Sony A99 Mark II. But they're out of my budget at the time, so we're not going to, you know, moan and groan and complain. Now, here is the Benro. All right. If I want pan and tilt, once I lock this head down, all right, it's not moving at all. All right. And you have only one adjustment knob. This one. If you want to pan, you have to loosen this knob. You want to tilt, same knob. But to say, I just want to pan, there's no. You're not going to do that. This knob unlocks absolutely everything. Now that is great for just bird watch, nature photography, street photography. When you want to just run and gun, quick move the camera around, that's great. But when there's times when you only want to adjust the pan, or you only want to adjust the tilt, a head like this is not going to work for you. So is it worth it spending, $150 on this as opposed to $40 on this one? Get them both, right? If you're starting out low budget and you can do a lot of run and gun, you don't need that adjustability, then yeah, go ahead and buy this one for now and say you will use it way beyond. But if it's very important to have those features, this one is the one you want. And I realized that I haven't even told you which one this is. This is the K-20X. Right? It is their medium-sized one. They have a smaller one and they have a bigger one. I think they've even actually got one even larger in this style. It's the same exact thing, handles more weight. I have had my friend's Nikon D5 on here with the Nikon, their newest super zoom. What is that? The 2 to 500 millimeter, right? That's a lot of weight. This handled it fantastically, right? And we walked around all day. We climbed up a mountain over here. We went to Fujio Park, which gives us a beautiful view over Shanghai Square, or Shanghai Guangzhou. Guangzhou means square. And we went, to look at the beach, and there's an amusement park there and some pretty unique things. But you get a much better view if you can climb the mountain and shoot down on it. And so we went up there. We took my biggest of the monopods, the 20, and then we took with this head, and we took his camera, my camera, and we actually, I got to play with his camera, so my camera stayed in the camera bag. D7200 or a D5, you tell me, which one are you going to play with all day? Yeah, same here. And that lens is an awesome lens. Yeah, it doesn't have the same reach as, say, the Tamron or the Sigma 150 to 600. So the reach is just a little bit less, and on a full frame camera, 100 millimeter difference in reach is actually pretty substantial. But if we went back to the D500 or to the D7200, 100 millimeter reach difference is not that different because you're really not going to zoom out that far because you're going to lose quality that far out, I think. At least from my experience. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I never claimed to be Mr. Perfect with a camera. I'm just sharing with you what I like and what I know. All right, so this is the Sirui K-20X. It is solid made. Everything locks well. It's got the pin lock inside here. Now this one here also has a little notch in the bottom. And when I told you about the monopods, I told you the wrench that came with the monopods. Well, that wrench has an Allen head. That monopod has an Allen head screw that will actually come up through the mounting plate on the monopod and lock into this pinhole on the head, which is a great feature, so that you're not turning things the wrong way or you're not losing stability if you're running with your camera. Sometimes this stuff, many of you know, sometimes this stuff can actually start to unscrew itself just with the amount of weight that we've got attached to the top of it. All right, so it is an additional great feature, and I think maybe more companies should do these simple little things. Just give us a little bit more security, because we're not buying a $10 power tripod head. We're not carrying around a $100 camera. Even the D7200. It's not a play toy. It's not the most professional camera out there, but it's a long ways from cheap. All right. I hope this helped. In my next video, we're going to talk about this little toy that I'm wearing today. You probably just heard me grab it. It's a Nikon wireless mic system. I'm going to review that and a couple other items that I use, as we go along. I will talk about, and maybe some things that my friends have that I will borrow and use and let you know my opinion on those. Until next time, see you later. Have a great day. Please subscribe, click, share, watch them. Please, if you like these videos, please subscribe. Share them with your friends. Click like. Like doesn't make us any money. All it does is let us know what you like. Leave comments down below. Click subscribe buttons wherever they show up. Maybe it's here, maybe it's there, maybe it's there, maybe it's here. I don't know. YouTube puts it where it wants it sometimes. It's not always easy. All right. See you next time. Have a great day.